Welcome in on a Saturday N1MD podcast. Fall weather, fall football, a lot of things going on this weekend. Let's go. All right, people, N1MD podcast here on StreamYard and YouTube. Of course, we're on Facebook, IG, Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, and Stitcher apps. Wherever you find podcasts, you can find us, the NY2MD podcast. B, what's going on?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I got to say, Hurt, I'm doing a lot better now than I did.
That Monday when you weren't talking to me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we only do a podcast together and get no return calls, text, emails,
Dude,
carrier pigeon. You couldn't, you didn't send a horse runner to pass the word. You couldn't do any of those things.
Yeah.
Smoke signals, nothing.
Yeah, I went into radio silence for 2 days, man.
Yeah, dude. I even went into silence. I didn't know if Team Green kidnapped you or something. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if you got the Mordor. I didn't know what's going on.
Dude,
I didn't know if the people who hate the hoax got you. I didn't know what's going on, dude. I didn't know what's going on.
Dude, I really try not to let these losses get to me. I try, I try not to, but for whatever reason.
Don't talk about losses. Okay? Let's not talk about losses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably need to shut up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get
one football game. I had a series. And last night, and you angry? You didn't talk to nobody. Matter of fact, I could have shut the world out today, man. I could have shut out the world today. I'm still rocking my team.
I see.
I will still love them, but man, I'm angry.
Yeah.
So today, everybody, welcome. We'll be talking about our Orioles and Mets wrap-up. Because it probably will be a wrap-up. And, of course, our pro football picks and what we have coming up for the picks this weekend. We want to talk about, I don't know, the dichotomy of Draymond Green as well as Thursday Night Football. Of course, college football. We got to talk about college football today as well. And Aaron Judge hitting 62. So it's a whole boatload of topics today. But let's just start out because it is fall. It is baseball. I need to get this out the way. Because I have rants on everything that's cool to me except for Arsenal. So hopefully it's the only team that's not letting me down recently.
Is there a game or anything today?
We play Liverpool tomorrow.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. No, it was a game today. I wouldn't be honest. I'll be paying attention to the game. But we play Liverpool tomorrow at 11:30.
Okay.
I'll be going to church early. So I'm saying. Other than that. And no, I don't care if it goes over in the football time. I don't, because that's more important. And the great thing, even better, is that you guys play at 8:00. So then it won't be a turnover of when the purple people start coming in and mixing with the the Arsenal people, and and parking and just getting out and all this purple mania everywhere. Just anyway.
Don't be so sure about that, man. We are known here for tailgating, my friend, and we start tailgating very early.
Ain't tailgating and you ain't tailgating at 1:00. Put it that way. Anyway, man, let's start with your O's. Winning season, expectations low, season finished on a high note. Rookies, the rookies galore, blue chippers galore. I want you to sum up the Orioles season, and give it a grade for us, man.
This was a phenomenal season, Hurt. Orioles fans went into the season with very little expectations. What we got was a team that fought for a playoff spot until the last week.
Playoffs?
Until the last week of the season, Hurt. And if we had done this podcast, which we did, back in March, and I would have told you, Hurt, guess what? The Orioles are not only going to have a winning season this season, but they're going to be fighting for the playoffs. You would have said, dude, we can't do this podcast no more because you're just unrealistic. Your credibility is gone. But no, this was such
it's not that high anyway, to be honest. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess my NFL picks are
yes.
prove that point. No, but no, man, this was a great season. It was a fun season. It really was. I mean, I went back to baseball games.
You were at a couple this year.
Yeah, I think I went to 2 or 3 games this year. I had a mini boycott. I said my thing is I'm all supportive of the rebuild, but I'm not going to spend money on this team until they spend money and become competitive. Yep. Now, they didn't spend money, and they still need to prove this in the offseason. But they were competitive. They were a fun team to watch, man. And I'm so proud of my team. I got an email from the Orioles yesterday thanking the fans for such a great season. So that was
they should, because King of yours was filled. Yeah, so.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah, but no, we did come out and support the team a lot better this year. The team, all credit to that team, man. They played their butts off. They fought to the very end, and they did it hurt with a lot of homegrown talent, with a lot of waiver wire pickups that nobody wanted. This season we had the number 1 prospect in baseball. Adley Rutschman came up in May and turned this whole thing around. He was the Orioles MVP this year, and rightly so. Gunnar Henderson tore it up down the stretch. The Orioles are flying high, but that's all nice. And yes, we were 83-79 this year. But Hurt, now this is where the test really comes in, because all along this is the 4th year of the rebuild, the third or 4th year. I'm losing track. And Mike Elias has been saying all along, once we become competitive, we're going to spend more money. We're going to spend money on free agents. We're going to make trades to get better talent into our system. So I really want to see them wisely spend money this offseason, Hurt. And really, I want to see I just want to make sure that they're not going on the Rays model and just want to solely rely on prospects. I want to see them now add to this, because honestly, the Orioles could be a force if they do things strategically and smart in the offseason. But no, this was a great season, man. Tell me about your Mets, man.
Yeah, no. Well, what grade do you give your O's?
Oh, great! I'm going to give them gotta give them an A-, man.
Oh, nice, good.
Yeah, got to. This is an A- season, dude. We were the 7th best team in the American League. We were what, 5 games out of the playoffs? I don't know how many games we ended up, but dude, we were the 7th best team. We were 1 spot away, man, from being in the playoffs. So, yeah, A-.
Yeah, nice, good.
Yeah.
Good. So, what if I told you that at the beginning of the season, way back in March, the Mets would have 101 wins, finish 1 game for the division lead, and make the playoffs? What would you have said then?
I would have said, that's a possibility, but for that to happen, the offense will have to get a lot better, and the pitching will have to be dominant. I would have said Jason DeGrom must have had a Cy Young season.
You said Jacob
DeGrom.
Jason.
Yeah, he's about to win his third Cy Young. Jason.
Yeah, we signed Scherzer, and obviously, like Scherzer would be, like 19-0, and yeah, and didn't miss part of the season to injuries. And Jacob would be there all season, not miss any part of the season for injuries.
Right.
And offense would be great, and all this good stuff.
Right.
Right?
Everything to me, I would have said everything will have to go right.
Yeah. And the thing was, we lost Scherzer and Jacob. Remember, DeGrom didn't start for half the season.
Just Jason. It's Jason.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, Jason DeGrom. I guess his twin brother, left-handed. DeGrom didn't come out till like July. So we missed a big part of the season without him. We still won 101 games, 101 to 62. Finished. I don't know if we finished tied. We didn't finish tied because they won. Either way, we came in second in the National League East. And the crazy thing about all that, if I said that back in March and it was today and everything happened maybe like you said, or like we at least our Mets fans would have hoped, we would actually be happy that this occurred. But we're not. Because it's not how it starts, it's how it finishes. And that's what happens in sports. So we did the show, I think, last Saturday. So we only had the Friday night when we played the Braves, and we lost. So we lost, and that means at that point we were tied for the division. So we lost Friday, we lost Saturday, and we lost Sunday. So we got swept. We're 2 games behind in the division. We won our last 3 games, and they won enough to keep us either tied or whatever. They had to lose all their games, basically. We had to win all our games in order to finish first in the division, which that didn't happen.
Right.
So that means we became a wild card. So that just going to Atlanta and getting swept was just painful. I don't even know what other word to put. It's just painful. So then you look at the matchups. What are the matchups now for the wild card? Who do we want? I wanted Philly. We beat Philly all season. I ain't scared of Philly. I don't want to eliminate Philly. Who did I not want? Freaking Padres. Who do we get? Freaking Padres.
Why do you not want the Padres?
We struggled against them all season.
Oh.
Like Yu Darvish is out there like Gandalf for us. He's just this wizard we can't hit. Like in his starts, he's like his ERA against us is 0.68.
Damn.
That we can't touch the dude. We really can't. So who's pitching game 1 for the Padres? Now we got the home series, but it's now 2 out of 3. And we got the home series, and we put, Scherzer. Scherzer's MVP, of like playoffs. The dude's won a World Series. He's the dog. He's the guy who's been there all season. So we put him in game 1. Of course, we face Yu Darvish. Now, if we finished the season and we were surprised to be 101 and 61, we wouldn't feel how we feel right now. But right now, I'm just pissed. I'm just angry. I'm angry. I'm upset. Losing. We had everything in our hands and we just let it go. It's just hard. Now, again, I'm not angry that the Braves caused the Braves. People forget they won the freaking World Series last year. So it's not like the Braves are terrible. The Braves were like in their last 100 and some odd games, they were like 71, 78 out of like 110 or something, which is ridiculous. And they had the second best record in baseball for that time span with them and the Dodgers, who the Dodgers won like 109 games or whatever it was. So I'm not upset losing the division. I'm upset that we lost it the way that we did there by just getting swept. Now we're in this predicament where we face a team that we struggled with. And then last night we faced a guy that we struggled with. And of course, he wizarded us to death. And Scherzer got shellacked. Freaking lacked. Period. He got blown up. He got torn. Before I even blinked, I looked at my phone. It was 2-0. And I'm like, what happened? The Padres just got off the bus. How is it 2-0 already?
Right.
And then next thing I know was 7-0. All on him.
What?
All on him.
Ugh.
We booed his butt off the field. He was terrible. And the thing, he pitched against the Braves.
They booed him?
Oh yeah. What the heck? This is a playoff game, homie. You come in here, we're playing at home, you give up 7 runs. You lucky I didn't come out there and just whoop your ass. You give up 7 runs
Damn,
at home. You lucky he made it home. I would have made his eyes match colors. I was heated every time. Last week against the Braves, this dude's up there. We were winning the game last week against the Braves. I saw it happen. It was the first time I saw it happen. So he shook off the catcher like 3 times. Then the very next pitch, home run. So last night, it was like maybe 3-4-0 at the point. So he's up there. He's like, no. And then the next one, I was like, and I said to myself, why is he shaking him off? I just had a bad feeling. You know, you watch stuff. We've watched sports long enough to just like, I just don't like what he's doing right now. And again, what can you, even if I'm the catcher or you're the man, even if you're Buck, if you're whatever, this is Scherzer. 6 all-time in playoff strikeouts. The dude is a Cy Young winner. Dude has won, he's a Hall of Fame. He retires, he's a Hall of Fame. So you can't really say anything, but damn it, if he shakes that catcher off one more time, I will beat him. I will beat him. Shook him off twice, next pitch, home run. And it happened every time. It happened in Atlanta. It happened last night. I was like, this is ridiculous. Stop. Maybe the catcher kind of knows this guy's leaning one way, doing something. Listen to him. So yeah, we're pissed. So no, we're not happy campers. No, we're not happy we won 101 games and have 61 losses. It ain't about next season. It ain't about the potential. It's about how it's ending. So now we have to pitch DeGrom tonight because we need to save our souls and try to win this game to try to get to game 3 against the freaking Padres. And then if we happen to eke past the Padres, of course, since we are a wild card, who do we play next?
The Braves.
The Dodgers.
Oh.
We're not afraid of Braves. Yes, we were 10-9 against the Braves, even though we were 9-7 when we started that weekend series against the Braves. We finished 10-9. It's the Dodgers. Now, we're not afraid of the Dodgers either, but the Dodgers ain't afraid of us. So I'd rather go through Atlanta than go through the Padres, honestly. If I had any choice, I would rather start with any team except the Padres. Because the Padres, they just had Darvish gave up 1 run. We were getting on base, but we couldn't score. 1 run. It was ridiculous. And the dude throws strikes. It's not like he doesn't throw. The dude's throwing first pick strikes, and we're just sitting there like, and this is every single time. I'm like, you know, he throws first pitch strikes. Just swing. You got to adjust. Again, we were getting the hits, we were doing whatever, but we couldn't drive anybody. It was ridiculous. So tonight we're on ESPN. DeGrom's pitching for us. I don't know. I hope it's not. I don't know who's pitching for them. Oh, great. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Great season. I enjoyed that. Oh man, I like their matchup predictors. Like I don't understand.
Wait, who's pitching?
Blake Snell. Blake Snell pitching for them.
Blake Snell?
Huh?
You're scared of Blake Snell?
I'm not scared of you, Darvish, but our hitters are. It's not about me. It's about them. So I ain't scared of nobody. It's fine, but obviously our bats are scared of people. So yeah, so we you know, and like I said, we struggled against San Diego. I did not want this matchup out of all of them. And so that's how the season goes. If the beginning of the season, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed the ride, but if we go out like this, it's going to sour everything. And that's the problem. And that's the issue with being in New York too. There's expectations. We lost those 3 to the Braves, swept whoever, I think Washington, the next 3 games, going into this. But now it's survival, and we had to survive. And winning two against the Padres is not easy. And the Padres don't even have Tatis, but they still got a great lineup. When they picked up Bell, and Machado's had a quiet, good season because he actually hadn't gotten in trouble, done anything stupid. So it's been that type of year. So didn't mean to spend too much time on, but I've just been upset because I got like 2 more rants left. So I'm going to end it there. But if I had to give the regular season, I would have to give it a B because we didn't win the division.
Okay.
And where we finished and how we ended is how the rest of the season is based off of. So
okay,
I'll give it a B.
Okay.
I'm emotionally compromised right now, so move on to the next topic that you want to go to.
All right.
Oh, speaking of which, I know the Orioles are out. Let's just talk about this now. Who do you have, or who do you think is the favorite coming out in the American League to maybe go to the World Series?
Okay. It's a monkey. You can say what?
Is that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Oh, good. It wasn't me because it's usually my fault for these things. So actually, it made me feel better. It was you.
Yeah, I guess I didn't mute something on the mic. All right. Let's see. I like the Guardians to beat the Rays.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Blue Jays to come back and beat the Mariners. And
oh, you think so? I mean, they were dominated pretty well last night.
Who, the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, getting that Castillo trade, that pitcher from Cincinnati over to Seattle. I mean, he was great last night.
Yeah, but the Rays' offense, I think their offense stinks. I'm gonna go with the Guardians. They're in a good flow, and I am going to take the Blue Jays to come out of the American League. The Blue Jays are going to the World Series as much as I hate to admit it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a believer in the Yankees, man.
But not the Astros either?
Oh, shoot. Oh, the Astros. Dude, I knew I was missing someone. Oh, gosh. Dude, I was like, who am I missing? Okay, let me think about this now.
You thought they were still in the National League or something?
Dude, I totally forgot. I'm trying to think, Hurt, because I'm a believer. I don't think the Yankees are going just because I feel like once you get, I feel like all you have to do is pitch around Aaron Judge, and the rest of that lineup's not imposing to me. So I think you can shut them down offensively, and I just don't think the Yankees are this great team that even though they had a wire to wire pretty much season, I don't think they're like a super, super great team. Now, I'm gonna go with Houston only because they're tried and true. They've been through this before. It's gonna be between Houston and the Blue Jays. And I'm gonna give Houston a slight edge. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Blue Jays take it. Who do you see coming out the American League?
I see Houston.
Okay.
I just think they're pitching, they're hitting, they have everything going into, unless they get into some kind of slump or something. Like you said, I think they're better. They're matched up to beat the Yankees because their lineup and their depth and everything is better. Like you said, like after Judge, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
So I think the Yankees will probably get past if they play Cleveland. I think they'll get past Cleveland if Cleveland finishes this series against the Rays. Of course, the Rays and Yankees, because they're in the same division, anything can happen. But I think if the Guardians make it, I think the Yankees will make it to the next round. And I think Houston's going to go. From the National League, honestly, I think it's going to be Braves-Dodgers again.
Dude, darn it.
It's going to be Braves-Dodgers. We're picking it like we're picking against each other.
I know. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, because I put it like this. The only way it's not Dodgers-Braves is if we beat the Padres. And then we can beat the Dodgers. But if we don't, Padres can't beat the Dodgers. You Darvish against the Dodgers. He's Darvish against us.
Right.
They've handled the Padres all season like they're their daddies. Okay, like they're the Padres of the Padres. So that'll be easy for them, honestly. So yeah, so probably Braves, Dodgers, and I hate them both. So whoever makes it an American League, unless it's the Yankees, maybe I gotta root for Houston. I really do.
Okay.
I can't have the Dodgers or Braves winning it. So
Okay.
I will see. All right, like I said, mostly compromised. Where are we heading to next?
So, wait, what? What'd you say?
I'm emotionally compromised. Where are we heading to next?
All right, man. Since we're in baseball, let's talk about what happened this week. Number 62 happened, and Aaron Judge
Okay.
against the Texas Rangers hit number 62. And this is the question I have for you. Is number 62 a big deal?
Yes. In the American League.
Okay. You know how I feel. I'm not going to,
okay. It's just a record in that league, which is fine because it's still a long-standing record. It's not like for that league. It's not like that and it's a team record basically because it was, because it was what's his face? Gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. So now if this was honestly somebody from Seattle, or unless it was somebody like Mike Trout or somebody of that stature, then whatever. And also, the 62 is a big deal also because that dude's going to be up for a contract.
Oh, yeah. It's a big deal in that respect, yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, he may be getting $62 million a year. So in that context, to me, because I know what your argument is, and I really didn't disagree with your argument at all. It's just for this league, for the team record, and the dude's coming up in free agency. This is timing.
Okay.
It's like Lamar win. If Lamar winning the MVP at the end of the year and winning the Super Bowl, what are you going to do?
Right.
He's getting paid one way or the other by somebody, by a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, with him being the Yankees have no choice but to pay this dude a boatload of cash. They let him go. That's just a whole PR thing, man.
Yeah.
So he's got them backed up against the outfield wall, so to speak.
Yeah, and I love it, man. Look, I love guys that bet on themselves. Joe Flacco did it and cashed in. This dude did it. He's going to cash in. Lamar, we'll see how that goes. But I like that fact, man. I just like the fact that he turned down the money and only broke the American League, single season home run record. That's fine.
And it was the Yankee record. So the dude, how are you going to take the home run king of the American League, that's your team, and let him go?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Judge is going to be pissed. And I'm telling you, teams like the Giants have him try to come back home. They want, man, listen. He put himself up good.
Yeah.
He seems like a good kid. I have no issues with him.
Yeah. I like that.
He's going to get now. His contract's going to be insane, and I know we'll discuss about that when that happens.
And like I said, my only thing is that he hit 62, but this record's been broken 5-6 times already. But it was in the National League, but it's been broken. Was it cleanly broken? Probably not. But
we don't know. We don't. I don't say probably not. We don't know. So let's not go one way or the other. We can be neutral.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll say probably not. But
why would you
probably wasn't done clean? But
how do you know?
Well, the reason why I know is because Sammy Sosa hit 60, hit over.
I was talking about that side. You're talking about Aaron Judge.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were talking about Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Aaron Judge.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah, the only point I was making is that even though, like I said, the point I was making is the record's been broken 5-6 times already. Were those records clean? Probably not. But the facts remain is.
And baseball counts them.
Yes, exactly. So, but that's all. That's the only point I wanted.
Yeah. No, I remember. But yeah, you were just crazy. You're like, I don't understand. Hurt.
Yeah, what's the big deal?
It's there's many reasons.
It's 74. Then come talk to me, Judge.
Anyway,
74, Judge. Then come talk to me.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Enough baseball. What we got?
Well, that's before we get into football, man. We got to talk about what happened this week in the NBA. Reports came out that surprise, Draymond Green was in the news, and we found out he was having practice and he punched one of his players. Which player was it?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. So when I first heard about this, I'm like, players get into it in practice.
Yeah, and plus, I know what you would say. Well, Michael did it. So
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Michael did it before.
Yeah.
And Michael's not the only one that's done it. This is what happened, especially
That's
with
the only one
guys
I remember hearing about.
when guys are very competitive and they want to win, and they may not see someone that's practicing or putting up this, practicing to the standards that they used to. So look, I get it. Guys are emotional. It's like I equate this. No, hold on. I equate this to training camp in football when football teams are going up against, they're practicing against each other and tempers flare.
Yes, and you have helmets on.
Right. Hurt, but what I'm saying is it's that same emotional reaction that you have, right?
Yeah.
So when I first saw this, I was like, that's no big deal. When I first heard about it, I was like, it's no big deal. Then the video came out. And my question to you is this, Hurt. Did Draymond go too far?
He sucker punched him. What question is that? He's a punk. You know I never liked that dude. He
Right.
talks too much. He's over. You want to talk about the luckiest dude to ever be drafted to a team? Please just put him on the Pistons and see who he is. Put him on the Magic. Okay? We wouldn't even know who he was, dude. He got surrounded by a great coaching staff, a great organization, and two of the best shooters, and Kevin Durant was there too.
Right.
I mean, how lucky are you? And I'm not saying he's not good, but the dude's like a better Anthony Mason, maybe. But he's not this all-star dude that would be on the Kings making them better.
Right.
He's a punk. He's always been a punk, and he talks too much. I wish somebody punched his mouth and just punched him in the mouth. Almost said something else. But I can't stand people like that.
Yeah.
Why are you getting up in his face in the first place? So he had a right to push you off because you in his grill. But didn't the sucker punch him?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And like I was talking about the little spoof, right? So he went, it was a spoof where people reenacted everything. So the dialogue was he went over, punched Poole in the face. Steve Kerr comes over, like, what are you doing? Why are you punching him in the face? He's like, well, it happened to you. And Steve's like, that was Michael Jordan. He's like, well, I'm Draymond Green. And I think he thinks that he's that important.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel that way. Like, well, that's Michael. I'm Draymond. Like,
Right.
I really feel like he thinks he's that important. And he's not.
No.
I'm sorry. He's not. I'm not saying he's not horrible. He's not horrible, but he's not a difference maker on Cleveland. He's not a difference maker on the Kings. Steph Curry would be Steph Curry wherever Steph Curry is. You get what I'm saying? Clay would be Clay wherever Clay is. This guy, right place, right time.
Yep.
And he's just, God. I mean, like you said, football tempers happen on offense, defense. People get it all the time. But it's not if you sucker punch somebody in the helmet, that's your own hand, that's fine. But you sucker punch him, he's just standing there. Like, he's not thinking. Yes, there could be push, there could be arguments. That happens. But to punch your own teammate in the face, like a dude who broke through last season, but all accounts didn't do anything wrong. It's not like they're saying, oh, Jordan Poole don't practice or Jordan Poole's lazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like everything was fine. And then this little punk decides to be who he is.
Yeah.
So, no.
I was just shocked at the amount of force that went behind that punch, dude. Like, he like you say, he was straight up sucker punch. I mean, he could have hurt this guy, man. Like,
he could have broken his nose.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Steve Kerr, which everybody forgave the guy who did that about it.
Yeah. I couldn't believe what I was watching, man. So my question,
the problem is, I've not seen them. See, we never saw the Michael Jordan punch. We just only heard about it. So I know these things have happened, right? And I mean, look, Latrell tried to choke his coach, but I didn't like peanut butter and jelly Colissimo either. So I kind of understand that as well.
But just to sucker punch someone like that, though?
Your teammate, man. It's not like Chris Dudley got Shaq or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fighting the dude who fouled you hard. It wasn't even one of those things. Like, they weren't even playing. They were like in a layup line. and they're arguing. He comes over to him, gets in. First of all, Draymond gets in his face. Unless he says something about Draymond's family, there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. Like, to me, for me to start a fight like that, you had to be talking about my family. That's it. That's the only thing that would get me that upset. You can talk about me all you want. If you talk about my family, it's a whole different story.
Right.
I'm just fighting everybody. I don't care who it is at that point. But come on, man. He's a punk. I get tired of him getting made excuses for. He's the only person in the NBA that talks to the referee every second.
Dude, oh god.
And just every second he's talking to the ref or he says something. Every second. He can't ever just shut up. I can't stand it.
So Hurt, have the Warriors taken any action against Draymond?
They said it would be internal, and he probably won't play. Well, they went to the veteran leadership of the team, so I think they have maybe 2 other games left before the season starts, which is crazy. Like the season's starting soon, but 2 games left, so he might not play in those games. I don't think they wanted to suspend him for the regular season because the first game, of the season is ring night. And it would just look bad if he's not there. So I don't think that's gonna. I think it's just maybe it's just gonna be an internal fine or something. But I don't think he's gonna be suspended any regular season basketball games. I just wish the NBA would step in, honestly. But it is what it is.
My second question is, who the heck leaked that video, man?
Dude. And if you did you get paid for it? Because they're trying to hunt you down. Whoever leaked that video, there's no privacy these days, man. There's no privacy. So this is the day of social media. You do something, it's going to get out. So, but Draymond's a punk.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about football, man. Where you want to start today? You want to start off with college, or you want to start off?
How about we start out with? Let's not do jersey announcements every single time you got a new jersey coming out. So you want to do a commercial? You have the new Battle Black Washington Commanders jersey coming out against Dallas, and you put up a huge fight and lost by a lot, right? Because the Battle Black did so well. So what do you do the next week? Oh, hey, we have the Burgundy Commanders jersey coming out against Tennessee at home. Who cares?
I care.
Who cares?
I do.
Why are you making these announcements when your team is straight trash?
Why not? Wait a minute. Really? You have a problem with them making announcements about the uniform?
It's about everything but football. I don't care about what they're wearing.
Dude, it's like one little thing. I do.
It's not one little thing.
Yeah. Guess what? The Ravens announced they're wearing their all blacks on prime time. I love that. I love it.
Your team wins, Brian.
Not this year, apparently.
Oh, they're 2-2. They lost leads in games that they were winning. At least you know what leads look like. Please stop. Please. Your quarterback hasn't been sacked 15 times in like 2 weeks, right? Yeah, you don't have Carson Wentz as your guy that you traded for. So please, stop. So no, teams that are, and I get this is our first season as this stupid name, but come on, man. Every headline about this team is always about something else than what's on the field. And what's on the field is garbage. And the only reason they're doing it is because they want to cover it up. It's trash. It's still trash. The name, the team, the owner, who's still taking pictures out in the news everywhere, is trash. The whole thing's trash. The stadium, trash. Everything trash. Matter of fact, Washington, trash. That should be their name. Forget the Commanders. Call them the trash. This way, you want to shorten it up, it could be rash because they just seem to be everywhere. It's trash.
Okay.
Trash. Then thank you. As you took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you, Dan. So supposedly, since I don't listen to radio about this team, they shortened the name to Manders. W.
That's a real thing.
F. I got WTF, GTOH, DTFOH.
The Manders.
The Manders. Are you know what? I didn't see that hashtag. They hashtag command everything. Why don't they have mander everything? Huh? You know what? You know the deal is the season is meandering away. How about that?
So
Trash.
does Carson Wentz, does he have a good command of the offense, Hurt?
He has good command of the grass. He has good command of laying on his back.
So he's not a
Again,
commander.
it's not all his fault. It's partially his fault.
So he's not a commander, is what you're saying.
The whole team is trash. But they want to make uniform announcements.
Look, dude, I don't have a problem with it. The uniform announcements, get some excitement in the stand. It takes a minute.
Play.
They are going to go play, Hurt.
No, they don't. Last time they played was week 1. I haven't seen them play since then. They show up in their battle black uniforms and get bounced out the damn wherever they're playing at.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. All right, man.
Winning teams can announce these things. A team that's been trash for 20 years, just shut up. And then people can say you won a Division II seasons ago. We were still 7-9. That's not something that you hold over you like, yeah. Trash. They're trash. No, not only are they trash, Brian, guess what? Trash is on twice this week. Wow. And speaking of trash, Thursday night was trash.
Ugh. That was straight garbage, yo. So here's the thing with Thursday Night Football, right? You have a mediocre production value for the show, in my opinion.
I'm just going to call you guys the Avens since everybody wants to be short. And then Dan was like, well, they call us the Finns. The Finns is cool. Finns is fine.
Yeah.
Manders? Really? Commies was better. Honestly, I'd rather
The
commies, commas. I'm fine with that. Apostrophes, exclamation points, whatever.
Oh, dude.
I would have been fine with the commas. We should have been the commas.
By the way, what's LGM mean?
Let's go Mets.
Oh, okay.
Because they need all the help we can get at this point.
No, okay.
Because that season could be over tonight, too.
I was trying to figure that out. Like, what is that?
I did want to go to college football, but I had to get this anger out. So.
No, dude, you've had to get a lot of anger out today, man. So I get it, man. I get it. But no, this game was awful, dude. First of all, I didn't watch it from the beginning. I had like certain periods with this game. Like I turned it on late. By the time I turned it on, it was like 6-3 or something. I watched it. Fumbles, interceptions, bad offensive football. I'm like, this game sucks. I'm turning it off. Turned it off, turned it back on. Still sucked. Watched the fourth quarter. Ugh. Gosh, dude. Like, dude, there were no touchdowns in this game. It was all field goals, dude. Then we get to overtime. Atlanta kicks the field goal. Seattle drives it down the field. And they actually did a good job of driving it down the field. They drove it down in like 3 plays. I mean, they got down there pretty quickly. I think it was like a 4th and 1. All they needed was a yard.
Denver.
What?
Denver.
What'd I say?
Seattle. He no longer works for that organization.
Oh, gosh.
But Denver.
Dang, dude, Denver. Oh, you just corrected me. That still got it wrong. Denver drove down the field, got it down the field pretty quickly. It's 4-1. All they need is a yard. Russell Wilson.
4-1 at like the 5-yard line, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, I was angry, so I was yelling about this. I was angry only because I don't understand. I'm not an offensive guy. I never played football. Never played organized football. Okay, as far as tackle things like that, right? All I'm saying, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. We watch probably the same amount of football. I watch more football because I watch college. So I've watched college. I've watched pros. Probably hundreds or thousands of games in my head. What I'm confused about is Why? Empty backfield, right? Was there empty backfield?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
But it was a shotgun. 4th and 1. Gracie, help me out here. 4th and 1. All you need is 1 yard. You not even a RPO, right? Run pass option. None of that. This dude's back here by himself in shotgun at 4th and 1. They obviously know what you're doing. Russell, even though Russell's a strong, it's hard to take that momentum from that far back and go in front and get a yard. It's not like he's done that too often. So the threat of the run, because you didn't have any run backs back there, was gone. Why are you passing the ball? But they did have a guy wide open that he didn't see. So there's that. But again, 4th and 1, throw the ball, incomplete, game over. And then after that, the best post-conference press conference reaction of all time. I've never seen anyone so sad in my life.
Yo, that was funny as I don't know what, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Broncos country, thank you. That's right. I was like, did he say let's ride? That's right. I was like, wait, I had to turn it back. I had to rewind it. Like, did he say let's ride? That's right. Dude, that was so sad.
Oh.
It was so sad. But
do you have a problem with Denver going for it on 4th and 1?
I don't have a problem going. I have a problem with the play call.
Yeah.
Shotgun. You could again just like, well, in all seriousness, and I I don't care about your team or whatever. You have not even that. Even let's take Miami. Tua's back there. They probably would have Mostert back there or whatever, right? What does this to this do? What does that do?
It gets the threat of a run.
It's a threat of a run. So who's biting in? Linebackers, people. Then you draw back and you throw the ball. Somebody's probably open. When you just hike it and go like this and no one's running, what's everybody doing? That's back in the coverage.
Right. So this leads me to my second question. Is Hackett going to last this year?
No. Well, this is his first year. I know he's if I don't know what their next games are. Obviously, they're not playing Sunday because they just played. If they don't improve, because Russell Wilson looks like Mr. Wilson. He's like that dude. If they don't improve, then the team is upset. They show the team like staring at Russell Wilson, like, who's this guy we bought?
Yeah.
Like they want to return him back to Seattle with the tags. Okay.
Right.
So
Hurt.
Let
me give you a quick breakdown. So next they're at the Chargers, home against the Jets, at Jacksonville, at Tennessee, home Las Vegas, at Carolina, at Baltimore, versus home against Kansas City.
Yeah, he's gone. I mean, they may get a couple wins here. I know they're 2-3. It's not like they're Washington or anything. But man, it is not looking. Matter of fact, if they want to make a trade, I trade Russ. Give us Russ. We'll give you Carson. I feel like that's a fair trade. But no, as hard as it is to fire a coach that you just hired, I think they would have to admit that this was not a good idea. Because his clock management and game calls and some of these things have been bad. And that offense has been horrible. Unless he gives up play calling, because other first-year head coaches, like Miami's head coach and others, even the one in New York, they're doing remarkably better at play calling and managing the game than he is. So it's not like aren't other people out there doing what he's doing, because there are. And they're doing a much better job at it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right, man. Any other things from? Well, this was from this week. What about last week, man?
Did you have this up? Did you see the Prime View on Amazon Prime?
What's Prime View?
There's different options a way for you to watch the game. And Prime View basically looks like Madden. So it shows you, like, especially on offense, the players that are in, and it show you the routes that they run, and it show you the stats, how long the quarterback has in the pocket.
Oh no, I gotta look for that next time.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was it's underneath the option thing. Because Dan was the one that told me. I was like, because honestly, because I don't watch it. Lord knows I don't want to watch it this Thursday. But there's those options underneath there. But yeah, it made the game better, even though it was horrible. But at least I like seeing numbers, even though I don't understand most of them. But it was pretty cool. Still better than war, I guess. All right, so let's go back to, since we talked about that week. I think all my rants are over for the day. So, what were your biggest surprises from the previous week, besides how horrible that game 5 was? So it was week 4. Thursday's again in week 5. So week 4, what were some of your biggest surprises?
Let's see. Hold on, let me go. I have to go back to week 4 real quick because. Hold on. Bear with me real quick. All right. Well, my biggest surprise were the Jets, dude. I told you, Pittsburgh is home. I think they're pretty formidable. But they came back, on Pittsburgh. Now what did surprise me is that Mitch Trubisky was so bad they had to pull him from the game and put in Pickett.
It's not shocking.
Said what?
I said that's not shocking at all.
That's not shocking at all. But I did not expect the Jets to win, and they came back and won.
With Wilson, the better Wilson, I guess, so far this season, out of his one game, because he just came back and he went on the road. They're a hard place to win, but they're not going to win because the name of that stadium is stupid now. So, the Jets won that game, man. They're fighting Jets. They're fighting Robert Salaz or whatever.
Let's see. What else was a surprise? Which was the game where the freaking the New England
Packers
game, dude? Like, that was a surprise to me. How did that game go to freaking overtime? Like, Brian Hoyer gets knocked out the game.
Yeah, he got knocked. Zappy was on a roll. Zappy, who could be in line to start again this week. It's funny because like Aaron Rodgers started off the game really slow, and they started coming out a little bit better. Aaron Jones started having a better second half. I mean, obviously Lazard and Dobbs are becoming his favorite targets on offense, and Tunyon, luckily. But they're still struggling offensively, and I think that kept New England in the game, even though the Packers did end up winning it. But I didn't think that game was going to be as close as what it was. Yeah, but really nothing else surprised me. Baker Mayfield's still horrible. Austin Eckler showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jags are good. Jags had a 14-0 lead at one point.
Yeah, they started off the game 14-0. So,
I mean, the Giants are 3-1, so
that's not a shock.
Yeah, well, the Giants are 3-1 is a shock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta look at who they've played, man.
But they haven't even played us yet, so them being 3-1 is still shocked to me because they haven't played us.
Yeah.
So that's shocking to me. But and the London game was cool. The Vikings and the Saints. So,
man, Will Lutz almost kicked back-to-back 60-yard field goals, man.
That thing bounced off the upright and the crossbar.
The double point two, man. Good gracious.
But the thing is because it happened at that crappy stadium. That's why.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's get to this week.
All right, man.
Week 5, already had that horrible Thursday night game. I usually save our games for last. I'm not doing that. Titans, Commanders. Titans. I got Titans winning. Who you got?
Where's this game?
It doesn't matter. It's a home away game or it's a away game for their home fans at Washington for Tennessee. How's that?
All right, man. I'm gonna take the.
Why would you ask? I don't know why you asked the question.
Commanders. I keep picking the Manders, and they keep.
Why?
I know that's what I'm saying.
I want to be. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm changing my team names to the Commas. We're going to be the Commas. I'm going to call them the Commas because that makes me happier.
Okay.
The Washington Commas. We're the Commas.
All right. I'll take the Titans, man.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm taking the Titans over the Commas as well. The 9:30 London game, 2-3-1 teams. We have the Giants and the Packers, which is a good old-fashioned John Madden type game. In London at Crap Stadium. Who you got?
I will take the Packers.
I'm going to take the Packers, but I think it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty close. but I picked the Packers to win this game.
Okay.
Steelers, Bills. Who you got?
I mean, really? Bills.
Yeah, I got Bills. This is Pickett's first start. It's going to be tough going up against that defense. And those crazy fans up there at Orchard Park, I got the Bills. Chargers, Browns.
Where's this game?
It is in Cleveland. It's in Elf Stadium. Brownie. It's at Brownie's home.
Yo, when you send me that Gridiron Heights thing this week, yo, and they said they even gave a big old reward to that creep, yo, and they showed the elf, dude, I was dying with the crazy laugh, yo.
Dude,
I was dying.
that Gridiron Heights be on point, Tels.
Yeah, man. Kirk Cousins, they just keep giving me prizes for no reason.
Dude, I was on the ground. It's so true. Like, that dude ain't won not jack nothing and just gets guarantees here.
Yo, that was hilarious, man. I don't know who to take. I'm going to take the Chargers, even though I think the Browns are going to win, but I'm going to take the Chargers.
I'm picking the Chargers. I think the Chargers, I'm starting to find their groove. They finally got Eckler back in here. I'm just going by who's got the better quarterback, and I'm going to pick the Chargers. This is a game the Chargers should win.
All right.
So I'll pick the Chargers. The Bears at the Vikings.
Well,
I'm going to pick the Vikings.
I will rarely pick the Bears this season, so I'm going Vikings.
Okay. Yeah, I'm picking Vikings. Again, they'll be 5-1. So that's still gonna be weird after they win. They're 4-1. I'm sorry, after they win this game. We have 2 1-3 teams. We could be Zappy's first start at home against the 1-3, but highly entertaining Detroit Lions.
I want to take the Lions here, but they're a little banged up. I'm gonna go. As much as I hate to say it, I'm gonna go Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots. I mean, everybody's got a bigger defense than the Lions, but if I don't know who their running backs are going to be for the Lions. Zappy at home? It's just, this is the, who's their former head coach?
Who's?
The Lions.
Oh, Matt Patricia.
Yeah, this is the Patricia Bowl.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm going to pick the Lions in this one. Pick the
Lions. All right.
Seahawks traveling to New Orleans to get some of them beignets down there to face the Saints. Who you got?
I'm picking New Orleans.
I'm picking New Orleans because I think Dalton's going to start because Jameis is still banged up and hurt. I don't think the Seahawks have it in them. I'm picking the Saints.
Okay.
All right. We have Falcons divisional battle traveling to Raymond James Stadium to face the Fighting Gazelles. I'm sorry, you got Bucks.
I will take the Bucks, man.
I'm taking the Bucks. I don't think the Falcons. I don't even know how they're 2-2, but they are. Texans at Jaguars.
I'm gonna take the Jags.
Taking the Jags. I mean, Texans are just horrible. Yeah, this will be one of those divisional games that somehow the Jaguars may slip up, but they're a much better team this year. I'm glad they fired that no nothing head coach that they had last season. That guy, straight trash. Straight trash. We have Teddy and the Bridgewaters heading up to MetLife to face the Jets and the Zaxter. Who you got?
I will take the Jets.
Oh wow. Okay. You usually pick the Dolphins. I usually pick it. This is gonna be a tough game for the Dolphins, just due to everything that's just been going on, and I don't trust Teddy Bridgewater. If they can get their running game going, they would have a chance, but I'm picking the Jets.
Oh, you're picking the Jets?
I'm picking the Jets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
405 games. We have 49ers at the Panthers. So you got
I'll take the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't like that whole East Coast, West Coast, East Coast thing, but they're just a better team, and one team has Baker Mayfield. So therefore,
He's sucking.
I'm picking the team that's playing Baker Mayfield. So I'm picking the 49ers. We have Battle of the Birds. We have Eagles at Cardinals, the only undefeated team in the NFL. The Eagles facing the Cardinals. Who you got?
Wow, this should be a good game, man. I'm going to take Arizona.
All right, I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Kevin Hart and the crew. I think they'll be rooting. I think they're going to go 5-0. We have the Fighting Cooper Rushes going on the road to face the Rams at home. What do you got?
I mean, if the Rams can't beat Cooper Rush
Wait a second. Tickets as low as $204.
Wow.
Good grief. Oh, then again, that's London. That's why. I was like, that London game, those tickets are $444. The Bills Steelers is $189. As compared to, what was the lowest one I saw? How much you think the starting ticket as low as the Texans Jaguars game?
$27 because I'm looking right at it.
You're looking right at it. Good job. Yep. So yeah, all right. Cowboys Rams. Who you got?
Taking the Rams, man.
Taking the Rams all day, every day. Dang-nabbit. All right, Monday night, Chiefs at home against who got their first win last week, 1-3, getting their head coach off the schneid. Who you got?
KC, man.
This is one of those games. I feel like if this was at Raiderland, because I think the Raiders beat them at home last season, I kind of feel like the momentum would be with the Raiders to win if this game was in Vegas. But since it's at Kansas City, and I feel like they're getting their mojo a little bit, I'm picking the Chiefs.
Okay.
And let's go to prime time. Dun, 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 dun. We have the Bengals traveling to the chicken box area of the world. Baltimore face the Ravens. I'm going first. I'm picking.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Who did you pick for the Raiders? Chiefs?
Oh, Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah. Bengals at Ravens. Ravens coming off a couple of hard losses at home, a divisional game. Tickets as low as $66. And it's going to be 65 degrees. Everything just matches up there in the 60s. This game is not going to be in the 60s. Might be in the 40s. 20-something to 20-something here. But I'm picking the Bengals.
All right. This is the fifth week we're making picks. I have yet to pick the Ravens. I've picked against the Ravens in every game this year. But not today, Herb.
Yes, I knew it. That's why I picked the Bengals. I knew it. That's why I'm doing it first.
The
Yeah.
crazy thing is,
Woo!
all the other games I picked, I were very worrisome. And those were legit picks against the Ravens because I had my concerns. This game is the most I'm
The most
so confident.
convenience
We're a
game.
motorized bicycle company.
Whoa,
They said
what the
we'll
heck?
never be more than that.
Man, you're just out of control today.
No, I don't know what the heck happened. No, but I am the most confident about this game. Like I know in my soul the Ravens are going to win this game, but everything tells me they should lose. But it's like I'm not even worried about this. I mean, I'm always worried, but this is the game.
You're always worried. We'll see how Monday goes.
Yeah, I just feel like they're going to win this. So
All right, I got Bengals. You have Ravens. Cool.
and I may go to this game if I can find a really really cheap ticket.
That's
Last year,
$66. I mean, hey.
yeah, I think the price might go down. So if I can find a cheap ticket, I might go to the game. So we'll see.
Cool. All right. Thursday night. OMG. So, people, if you decide to watch this Thursday night game, do find a Prime View. It will make it better. Anything to improve on this experience. This is not the 1980s. This is not Mike Ditka against Joe Gibbs. It's not Walter Payton. It's not Darryl Green. It's not McMahon. It's not Theismann. This is a whole different experience. The Commas go on the road to face the Bears.
Oh gosh.
And this is game gonna be downright terrible. So Thursday night prime, who you got? Commas Bears.
What did I just say about the Bears? I'm rarely going to pick the Bears. I don't care if they're at home. The Bears stink, dude.
They're 2-2.
They stink.
You know who stinks worse?
The
The Commas.
Well, not this Thursday because I'm picking the Commas to win, man.
The Commas are 1 point favorite.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah, 1 point favorite. If they lose tomorrow, which in all likelihood they will, they have to win this game because to be 1-5, everybody. And again, I only wish we could fire the owner, but we can't. So since we can't do that, at 1-5, everybody needs to go. Everybody, coach. I love some of the coaches. Don't love the defense coordinator. But I love Rivera. I love Ron Rivera. Inspirational. Love him. And this is a Rivera Bowl game. This is his old team he used to play for. But I have a feeling for this one game, and because it's in prime time, you never pick them in prime time. Because, again, they never win on prime time. So, because I'm here by myself. Well, thank you, everybody. Solo show right now, I guess, for the next couple of minutes. But I gotta pick the Commas to win this game. I'm picking the Commas. They have to start off 2-4 at least before they head off and do whatever it is that's going on. So I'm going to pick the Commas to win this game.
Okay.
Did you hear me on that one?
Oh wow. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad the broadcast was still going. I was gonna go right into it, but yeah, I picked the Commas on that one. So put that down. Oh, okay. All right. No, that was weird. Yeah, it was just automatically just.
Yeah, it's usually me. So when stuff like that happens to you, because it seems like you've just been messing up all day, it makes me feel better. Yeah. So that's good. All right, let's get into college football. We're gonna make this too long. Couple ranked games today, which are exciting. The main ranked game, I don't care what anybody says. No, it's not Tennessee, LSU. It's not Utah, UCLA. It's TCU, Kansas. TCU, Kansas. College game day is at Kansas today. Oh. First time ever in Lawrence. Jayhawks, rock, chalk Jayhawk against the blood-spitting eyes of the Horned Frogs. Exciting day, college football. It's always an exciting day. A game that should have meant something, but it's not today. Texas, Oklahoma. The Red River rivalry, that game is trash. Both teams are horrible. Still means something to people, but that game is going to be garbage today. Let me see. Ooh, he's out. Okay. What other games are happening today? The Texas A&M game was going to be big against Alabama, but we know Texas A&M is trash. North Carolina plays Miami. I know Dana's happy about that. And let's go North Carolina in that game. Who else we got on the top 25? Neither one of those teams were ranked, though, but I just had to bring them up. Hold on, let me break out the schedule today because I was thrown off a little bit. There we go. So, wow, Nebraska came back to beat Rutgers last night, 14-13. Go, Nebraska. Let's see. So, Michigan at Indiana, easy. Tennessee at LSU. That's going to be a tough game. That's a noon game. Tennessee's, I feel like Tennessee has enough talent to get through that game. It's still going to be tough. TCU, Kansas, 17 versus 19. TCU's got a lot of talent. These Kansas fans are coming through, so I'm definitely going to pick Kansas. Kansas, who got shellacked last week, I don't think they have enough to go on the road to beat Mississippi State. That's going to be tough for them. Like I said, Texas, Oklahoma was usually a big game. Tickets for $259 for that game. Good gravy, $259. Purdue at Maryland, big game. Yeah. Tickets for $30 down there.
45 minutes hurt.
Yeah. South Florida at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's ranked 24. Cincinnati, and now when Auburn at Georgia, the oldest rivalry in the South. Georgia's number 2. I'm picking Georgia. Texas Tech at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. I'm picking that one. Utah at UCLA. 2 ranked, 11 versus 18. UCLA's been on the road and playing at home. Picking UCLA in that one. We have Ohio State on the road at Michigan State. Ohio State by like 1,000. Ole Miss at Vanderbilt. Ole Miss. Washington, number 21 at Arizona State. Got to pick Washington in that one. Who else we got ranked here? Washington State, USC is going to be a tight game, but USC is going to pull it out. South Carolina, Kentucky, going for Kentucky. Army at Wake, going to pick Wake. The only upset I think today, BYU, number 16, traveling Notre Dame. The Fighting Notre Damers have gotten this game is in Vegas. So I'm picking Notre Dame in that one. They've been on a roll. They're 2-2 now. I think this is a statement game for them in the organization. So I think they're going to pull an upset in that one. Kansas State travels to Iowa State. Kansas number 20. It's tough getting to Ames, but I feel Kansas State has enough to win. Like I said, Texas A&M against Alabama. One thing about Alabama, they might not have their quarterback, the Heisman Trophy winner. He has a sprain of his AC joint.
Oh.
And his throwing arm. Even if they don't have him, they're still winning by 100. Oregon at Arizona, number 12, Oregon, picking Oregon. And that one, Coastal Carolina, a school is near and dear to our heart down there in Myrtle Beach, baby.
Yeah.
They're not ranked, but they're traveling to the University of Louisiana Monroe. But I got to pick Coastal Carolina. And Florida State traveling to the Den at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, to face the Wolfpack. NC State barely lost a close game to Clemson at home. Everybody usually comes up for Florida State. Florida State having a hard loss last week to Wake Forest. Going on the road, but they're winning this game. Let's go Noles. So that's my college football. Football. So I'm surprised we made it this far. I think we got everything in, right?
Yeah.
I just dropped my phone. My God. That's hard, too. Thank goodness it's an iPhone. Because, those Androids are soft.
Hey.
Let me see. Oh, by the way, my child is now an iPhone user. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're getting everybody. We got one stalwart left, and she's going down this year. I know it. She's going down. Marty's trying to hold out, but we're going to take her out.
No, Marty.
You're coming off the top row with the elbow again.
No.
Get her a 14, see what happens.
No.
Brother.
Boy.
We're taking her out. We're going to iPhone. We want blue lights for everybody, baby. Blue lights for everybody, son. We don't want no greens. Tired of seeing greens, yo.
Nah.
But yeah, I think that's all we have. But Mets play tonight. To say a lot of teams are in the MLB playoffs playing today to try to save their seasons, of course, because it's a 3-game best out of 3 going on. Phillies at St. Louis. Toronto, of course, playing Seattle. Hold on a second. Cardinals, Phillies at St. Louis. Blue Jays, Mariners, Guardians, Rays. So a lot of baseball on today. It should be fun. A lot of people going to get swept. I think a lot of these series going to be over. I think a couple of these series will go 3 games. I think the Cardinals, Phillies will go 3. Hoping the Mets, Padres go 3. The Guardians, Rays may go 3. The Blue Jays, Mariners. I think the Mariners are going to end it today, honestly. But we'll see. I mean, Blue Jays got blanked last night. I feel like the Mariners are going to win. But we'll see. We'll see. But DeGrom said he's excited for this season on the line game. So
good.
I think he's going to DeGrom it tonight because Scherzer did not. 4 home runs, 7 earned runs. I didn't know who that guy was. I don't know if he's only seen out of his blue eye or his brown eye because it was not pretty. But he was crying out of both.
If the Mets win today, who's pitching the game?
Chris Bassett.
Okay.
Will be our pitcher. Now, if we won yesterday, Bassett will be pitching today. We would see DeGrom if we needed him. Because we, of course, would rather start DeGrom in game 1 against Dodgers because that would just be the smart thing.
Yeah.
Now we're just trying to survive. So, but I think that's it, man. We got everything in. We got Draymond sucker punches. We got 62. We got the worst Thursday night football game in the history of the existence of life. Even the president signed a proclamation saying the Broncos can never appear on Thursday night games again. So we got a little bit of everything. So, but yeah, people. But hockey started. So let's go Rangers. And Caps hope they have a good season. But people try to go and support every local team that you have. I'm not saying the economy is great or whatever, but we live in a time where we're lucky to even have as many options as we do have. But every now and then, just go out and see a baseball game. Support your minor leagues. Go support. Again, there's not every ticket's got to be $1,000. You can go and just support all your local events. So everybody have a safe weekend and stay warm. Maybe get a little chilly, however it is. I know some people turning their heat on this week.
Yeah, I told you, I had to bring that and do it, Joe.
When it went down to 40, it was just like, I was like Chris Evans, like, a little, a little too cold. So. But thank you everybody for tuning in. NYMD podcast here on the StreamYard YouTube. Subscribe and like. We got, I think, 7 new subscribers last week, I believe. So thank you so much for everybody for subscribing. And 594 minutes of viewing for us. So we appreciate that as well for the month. Also, we're on Facebook, IG, Twitter, as well as, of course, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Everywhere you find podcasts, you will find us, the NYMD podcast. I'm going to end this because it's weird being on this side of the screen. So we'll talk to you guys. And everybody be safe. We'll see you soon.
All right, y'all. Peace out.